Dogs to me are therapy. This way. I'm a volunteer.
Okay.
So I started out probably 15, 16 years ago as a volunteer for a rescue group.
Okay.
And I learned a lot. I was very naive in a lot of ways, not knowing how the dogs ended up in rescue and what their fate was.
Yeah.
And a short time after that, about a year after I started volunteering for the rescue, I met some people involved with the shelters, volunteers, and I thought, boy, the dogs really need volunteers there to go in and socialize with them and walk them, and so I became a volunteer. And so what I would do is go in as often as possible. I was working when I first became a volunteer, so I'd go in on weekends or after work and just go take a key if I could get one and go up and down the aisles and take the dogs out. And on a weekend, when somebody would come in to look for a dog, I would show them. I would take them out to the social area and introduce them. And yeah, so I started to get to know their temperaments and their personalities, and I tend to talk a lot to people when I see them, so I'd go up and I'd say, would you like to meet this great dog here? Yeah. Some of them came in looking for a Shih Tzu and they left with a big dog.
Yeah.
So that's how that all started. I started with the idea. I didn't know a name, but the idea came to me because I found myself becoming a cynic, seeing how people were being irresponsible with their pets, abandoning their pets, not taking good care of them. And I thought, how am I going to express myself to people? We're not supposed to say anything in the shelters to people. We have to be kind. And even though oftentimes we see a dog leaving with somebody that is just not going to be responsible, we have to bite our tongues. So I started thinking, well, why not just, and going back a little bit, people were always saying maybe we should put up a billboard somewhere and advertise that the number of animals being killed in the shelters because of the irresponsible pet owners. And I thought, well, why not utilize my car, my body, as a billboard and have a message be seen wherever I go. And so I would come up with ideas, and then I started researching companies that I could design and put my ideas on designs, because I started out just with magnets. Okay. And then I started, do a t-shirt, do a pin, do tote bags. So I was kind of thinking things over, and I got a friend involved, and she says, you're pretty nutty about this. And I said, yeah, okay, I'm nuts about dogs and cats and animals and paw nuts. Yeah. So that's kind of how that came about. Yeah. But I put a few magnets on my car, and I thought, oh boy, how's this going to go over in public? Yeah. But the response was good. That's good. And a lot of people say you need to be a little bit kinder with your message. But my message is, I want to be in their face. Yeah. I want a child that's sitting in a car with his parent to ask the question, what does it mean that a dog should be inside the house, that a dog, should be taken care of for its life, And if it gets the parent to respond, it's a way of educating from the youngsters up, because I believe education is one of the answers to helping resolve the problem of the overpopulation of pets and the mistreatment of them. Yeah.